Everything was going great. We were growing like crazy, scaling, my dreams were coming true. And then bam, we literally almost went out of business because we lost one client. I said, never again. Hey everyone, I'm John Timmerman, founder and CEO of Good Monster, and I'm here to talk to you about remote workforces, building and scaling a completely remote global workforce. I'm talking teams of 10, 20, 50, 100 people working all around the globe in a really efficient way. So when I started Good Monster, I wanted it to be a big ad agency. You know, the traditional ad agency with an office and a team full of people, all with an amazing culture, wanting to go to happy hours on Friday and play ping pong on Mondays. That's the trajectory that I was working towards. Things started out great. We started to bring on more clients and scaling up and bringing on more full-time employees, and the office got bigger and it was great. Okay, we got to the point where we had about 10 to 15 people in the office, some full-time, some part-time, and then a few contractors here and there. And things were amazing. We were really happy. We were doing video production, we were doing websites, we were doing SEO, and we had a really large, amazing consumer goods client. We were scaling their marketing, they were making really good revenue, and what do you know happens? A bigger company comes in, scoops them up, and buys them. When that happened, they decided to use their bigger ad agency for the umbrella company to handle that brand. Right out the window, that client was gone. Well, that client took up about 60 to 70% of our revenue at that time. And so when they gave us basically a 30-day notice, when you lose a client like that, you don't have a lot of options if you've put most of your eggs in that basket. And so I had done that. And so I then had to figure out what to do. And my only options at the time, because I didn't have a good stream of incoming clients and a good sales program, my only option was to lay off the majority of my team. At that moment, I decided this is never gonna happen again. I'm never going to allow this to happen again. And I started to explore how to build a more efficient way of hiring, starting with contractors and freelancers, testing them along the way, and then when I find the best ones, bringing them on in a full-time capacity. I also started to look for efficiencies in cost. Where could I cut my own costs in the agency in order to lower my retainers to be more competitive? And so I started to find out and learn more about building a global remote freelance system that would translate into full-time team member. And over the past 4 years, I've really perfected this to the point where Good Monster is now a completely global workforce. And so you might be wondering, you know, especially during this pandemic, how can I build a more efficient system? How can I cut costs? How can I be more efficient? How can I be more remarkable and more valuable, not only to your clients and your customers, but also how do I attract people and how do I build systems to generate this really robust remote workforce? Well, just so happens I've decided to compile all of this into a free workshop. It's called the No Bull Digital Workshop, and I'm going to be hosting it August 20th at 1 p.m. for all of you out there that want to learn how to build a remote workforce and follow the exact steps that I've learned to take to identify, to onboard, to hire, to train, to bring on leaders, to build systems, the technology, and how to make sure it's scalable all along the way. So I encourage you to go sign up, nobullcompany.com/digital workshop. That's nobullcompany.com, Nobull, N-O-B-U-L-L, company.com/digital workshop. You can sign up there. It's about a 45-minute course that I'm putting on. It's absolutely free. There is no cost. There is no hook at the end of it. I'm not going to upsell you for an additional program or any of that kind of stuff. So go ahead, sign up, nobullcompany.com/digital workshop, and I'll see you August 20th.